Hi, good life family. What's good? And welcome back to the YouTube channel. It is I, Mimi, with a new movie review today, and obviously a voiceover again. Anytime you see a voiceover on this channel, just know that something happened and I wasn't able to do like my regular video as I usually would. So let's just get right into the review without wasting much time. Today I'm reviewing the movie Beyond Control, currently showing on Sonia Uche TV here on YouTube. So please, guys, if you've seen the movie, do also drop your own opinion about the movie in the comment section. I've been noticing I've been getting like quite a number of views, and the views are not commensurate to the comments I'm getting. Guys, please let's interact in the comment section. Do want to share your opinion about the movie, share your own opinion about the reviews I'm making. How do you feel about my reviews? How do you feel about my videos? Tell me how I can improve. Tell me the kind of things you want me to talk about in the reviews. It will really help me to know how to make better videos that would impress you guys. Also suggest to me other videos that you also like me, or other movies rather, that you also like me to go watch here on the YouTube space and come back and do a review for you guys, right? All of these interactions and engagement just helps me to know that my videos are being watched and appreciated by people. It also helps me to get feedback on how people feel about my review videos. So please, guys, if you're watching my videos, if you've seen any of my videos, if you watch my reviews, please let's interact in the comment section. Share your opinion about the movie, share your own opinion about my own reviews. Tell me how I can do better, right? Okay, so let's just get into the review. As is customary on this channel, if you watch my reviews a lot, you know that I love to talk about the commendable aspects of the movie before I proceed to talk about the minor flops. This particular movie, I'm not even going to lie, there is kind of like more flops in this movie than there is commendable aspects. So I'm just going to go straight on and talk about the flops in this movie. But before I go on to talk about the flops, let me first of all specially commend Sonia Uche. Oh my god. Sonia Uche is such a wonderful actress. I cannot even lie. I can't even take that away from her. Like, she is such a wonderful actress. The way she embodied her role in this movie, the way she brought her character to life. In as much as I don't think the movie was that much of a good film, but then her acting was, you know, top tier. I can't even lie. But then there's only so much good acting can do in a movie that is not all that good. That being said, let us proceed to talk about the minor flops in this movie properly. First off, this movie started off on a very confused and confusing note. And by confused, I mean it looked like the people that made this movie, the team that came together to put this movie together, didn't even know what they were doing. And the same way they were confused, they were also confusing us. I spent the first 25 to 30 minutes into this movie trying to fathom exactly what was happening. Like, I was trying to understand what I was watching because I wasn't getting the head or tail of it. The way I felt like the movie was trying to come off as a slow burn movie where it takes you on a journey where you have to be patient and find out what's happening. But then along the line, I realized that it wasn't slow burn, it was just confused and disorganized. That's the word, disorganized. I couldn't even wait for them to explain to us how and why they were living in such a lavish looking house, or they were conveniently living in such a house, such a mansion, while they couldn't even afford money to send Gloria to school and she had to resort to hawking fruits or selling fruits on the streets, on the road for people to buy, all because she wanted to go to school. Like, I couldn't wait for them to make it make sense, right? I also felt like we deserved some kind of explanation as to why exactly she was in a relationship with that guy that was an obvious doubt. And considering the fact that her father knew that they were in a relationship, what were they doing together? I felt like we needed some form of explanation because if it were to be a case of the guy being a rich man, I understand that okay, he's a rich man and he's taking care of Gloria. But this one, he wasn't even rich. He wasn't even useful to her. He wasn't doing anything. Instead, he was even causing her more problems. Don't even get me started on that rape scene. The whole rape scene was just so poorly planned, so poorly executed. I can't even deal. First of all, considering the fact that the father had become an obvious couch potato after his retirement and didn't have a regular schedule of going out or going anywhere, he didn't have a routine of going out. That means somebody cannot actually time him and say, okay, this is the time that he'll be going out, to know when to just bust in immediately he stepped out. That's one. And number two, it was quite apparent from the onset in that scene that that was what he intended to do. So why was the girl now standing there naked in her wrapper, shouting, "Why are you locking our door? Go, 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 go!" Like, how does that even make sense? I didn't really feel sorry for her in that scene. I felt more angry because it was quite obvious that this man is about to do something bad to you, and you stood there and you asking why you're locking our door. Plus, they should have also given us some kind of explanation as to what that tout boyfriend of Gloria called Valentine in this movie was doing in such a neighborhood, because that neighborhood obviously wasn't a place for people like him. How did he belong there? If they had showed us him maybe being somebody's security man or somebody's driver, I understand how such a touty human being can be in that kind of environment. At least they gave us an explanation for Gloria and her father how they were able to afford such a large space when they could hardly feed. That one was understandable, in as much as it didn't really make much sense because you can't tell me that you don't have food to eat and you can't afford to send your daughter to school and you will not sell this place and go get a smaller place. I also don't even like how they made the father to look so dense in this particular movie. Like they might have as well just made it to be that she didn't have parents in this movie because obviously they were finding it difficult to find a place for her father to fit into this movie because he just continually came off as so dull and someone that didn't know what he was doing. Because tell me how crazy it is that papa walked in on somebody crying, your only daughter crying in her room, and you don't even press her or insist to try and know what's making her cry. The only thing you do is to proceed to start advising her to stay away from her house boyfriend that you were well aware when they started dating. And how come you're just realizing now all of a sudden that the guy is not good for her? I mean, make it make sense. Also, that scene where her dad came in at night and caught her with that boy that was supposed to be like their security guy or something like that in that kind of compromising situation at night. Explain to me how and why they had to wait till the next morning and then shower and then change clothes and look all clean and fresh before she came to kneel down and start crying to explain her predicament to her father. Would I call that a continuity problem? Because that matter looked to me like something that was supposed to be attended to there and then. How do you see that kind of thing? And then you go and shower and then wait till the next morning, bathe and then change clothes before you come and address such an issue. Then he now proceeds to start going around trying to protect her from all the men in the world. Like, I don't know if that was supposed to be funny. I want to know if some other person found it funny because me, it just came off as disorganized and confused. It wasn't even looking funny to me at all. Also, please, I know I cannot be the only one that felt that that whole story that the father told her of how she got raped in her childhood years was very, very unnecessary. They would have just left it as the whole PTSD she was having came from the raping of her by her boyfriend, because how does anybody forget something as traumatic as that happened to you at age 7? Anybody that is 7 years old pretty much knows what is happening in their life. I don't think people just forget what happened to them when they were 7 years old, especially something as traumatizing as that. I don't know. It doesn't really make sense to me that she would have forgotten that she was raped at age 7. How old is she now to now forget that? I think the idea of the movie trying to create some form of awareness on some kind of PTSD that comes with sexual abuse is a good one. But overall, the story was really messy and not creative at all. A little bit of creativity would have gone a long way at delivering this message very, very well. And I really can't help but wonder the kind of test that the doctor that appeared to be a general practitioner in this movie would have carried out to diagnose somebody with sexual disorder. Like what kind of test? I don't know, Sha. I might just be wrong. The movie was supposed to be a romantic comedy, but I don't think it passed the vibe check at all. The movie was honestly just too confusing for my liking. Sonia Uche is undoubtedly and undeniably a very fantastic actress. I could see her talent from this movie, but then there's only so much that fantastic acting can do in a not so good movie like this particular one. The movie was honestly such a bore, in my opinion. I can't even lie. For an overall rating, I think I'll give the movie a 3 because it looks like letter E and E is for effort over 10. And by effort, I mean the effort put into creating this particular film. As for if this movie was a good watch, honestly, it wasn't. I honestly would love to have a better impression of Sonia Uche's movies. This is the first of her movies I'm watching. So please recommend a good one that you think can redeem her image because this one wasn't it at all at all. So if you've seen any good movies on Sonia Uche TV, please recommend a good one that I can actually go check out and confirm that she makes good movies because for this one, I don't think she does. And gladly and or sadly, we have come to the end of this particular movie review. Please let me know your own opinion about this particular movie. How would you rate it? Did you enjoy it? Recommend some other movies that you like for me to go see and review. And that brings us to the end of this particular video. And until I come onto your screen again, I remain your girl Mimi, and I love you all dearly. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.